I'm on. All right. We'll call our meeting to order. The June 28th meeting of the Oklahoma City Airport Trust. Item 2 is to approve the minutes for the May 24th meeting. Motion? Second. Motion second. All in favor, cast your vote. If you're not for it, cast your vote. That's approved unanimously. Director's report.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good morning. I do have a couple of comments this morning. First of all, I'd like to say thank you and recognize the airport's accounting and finance staff. Recently, we were in receipt of another Certificate of Achievement for Excellence in Financial Reporting for the comprehensive annual financial report that the Airports Department compiled as of the Trust Affairs of June 30, 2011. This is pretty significant for a couple of reasons. One, it's the 20th straight report or Certificate of Achievement that the staff has received, and also we've had a changeover in business manager at the airport. So Kim Sotomayor, this is the first one that she got under her total years of supervision for the airport's financial affairs. So big thanks to Kim and all of the staff for the airport's accounting and finance section for the great work that they do throughout the year. My second comment relates to air service, and I just want to remind the public that a new nonstop to Chicago Midway started on June 3rd with Southwest Airlines, and the bookings have been very, very well to this point. But we also want to remind everybody to try to use these new services that we get from the airlines, because it's very, very important that sometimes if you don't use it, then you are likely to lose it, as we say. So we want to make sure that those bookings stay up there, because it's a great enhancement going to Chicago Midway as an alternative. Those are my comments for the day.
Great. Thank you. Any questions for the director at all? Okay. Item 4, Will Rogers Airport.
Under Will Rogers, I'd like to request approval for item A to approve the request for bids for window cleaning services and authorize advertisement for bids to be opened on August 21st. Item B is to receive the recommendation from staff to reject the single bid for the toner-based wide format printer and scanner that we received on April 17th, 2012. Item C is to approve the service agreement with Travelers Aid and Homeless Assistance Center, Incorporated. This funds a full-time volunteer position and also related expenses for $62,638 commencing July 1st through June 30 of 2013. Item D is approved change order 1 for the Registry Building Skylight Replacement Project at Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center, adding 7 calendar days to the contract. Item E is to approve the change order number 2 for the Air Navigation Facility 1 roof replacement and building envelope repairs project at Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center, adding 62, and on the agenda it says working days. It's actually calendar days, so we'll make that change and we'll reflect that in the minutes next month. And we're also adding $38,069.70 to the contract. Item F I need to pull, so we'll pull that this morning. The change order on this item was found to be incorrect. We'll bring that back to you next month. Item G is approved change order number 2 for the Taxiway H reconstruction and realignment project, adding 18 calendar days. Item H is to approve change order number 2 for the project. We have 3 components to this project. We're doing some lighting improvements in the north surface parking lot and also relocating a generator and installing air curtains in the terminal building. The change order today is $14,940.64 and is related to the surface parking lot improvement portion of the project. Item I is to approve Addendum 1 for the Aviation Records Building Electrical Vault Modifications Project at Mike Monroney Aeronautical Center. Accept the recommendation for the bids opened on May 22nd, adopting the resolution to award after 30 days to Dane & Associates Electric Company for $267,000, approving the contract and bonds. Item J, approve amendment number 3 to the agreement with Lee Fisher Incorporated for consulting services pertaining to the rental car concessions. And last, item K is to approve the request for pre-qualification for Phase 2 of the installation and maintenance of a closed-circuit television camera system. This is a TSA reimbursable agreement project, authorizing staff to advertise and conduct pre-qualification evaluations, approving the plans and project manual, and authorize the advertisement for bids from the pre-qualified bidders to be opened on August 14th. So for Will Rogers, request a motion to approve the slate items under Will Rogers except item F, which we will pull, and then change item E to calendar days instead of working days. Thank you.
Okay. Have a motion? Okay. Any questions or comments? Record your votes. That's approved unanimously. Item 5, Wiley Post and Clarence E. Page.
Mr. Chairman, the only item under general aviation is to approve the request for bids for lease of terminal office space at Wiley Post Airport, authorizing bids to be open on July 31st.
Record your votes. That's approved unanimously. Item 6, General.
Item A is to receive the delinquent accounts receivable report, the construction project status report, and the budget to actual report as of May 31st, 2012. Item B is to approve the agreement with the city to compensate the city for project consultant selection services rendered by the Public Works Department. Item C is to approve the audit contract with BKD LLP to perform the fiscal year 2011 and 2012 fiscal affairs of the Trust and the Airport's Enterprise Fund, not to exceed $39,408. Item D is to approve a cooperative service agreement with the Oklahoma Department of Agriculture, Food, and Forestry. This is to conduct our wildlife damage management program for all 3 of our airports for a period not to exceed 5 years. And we're also approving the annual financial work plan, which is an annual work plan for $158,733 commencing July 1st through June 30, 2013. And last item E is to approve amendment number 1 to the annual maintenance contract with Commercial Concepts Incorporated for the 2012 annual painting, repairs, and maintenance. This amendment establishes overtime rates. That's all under general.
Record your votes. That's approved unanimously. Item 7, lease agreements.
Item A is to approve supplement number 2 to the agreement with Bank of America for the operation of an automated teller machine, extending the term for 1 year commencing July 1st at Will Rogers World Airport. Item B is to approve the consent to the third-party financing agreement between Aero Oklahoma LLC and Wells Fargo Bank National Association. This allows Aero Oklahoma LLC's leasehold interest under the lease agreement dated November 20th of 2002 to be mortgaged to Wells Fargo Bank at Will Rogers World Airport. Item C is to approve amendment number 5 to the agreement with the Transportation Security Administration, extending the term of the agreement through March 31st of 2013. This is to allow us to install phase 2 of our closed-circuit television camera surveillance system. Item D is to approve the amendment and assignment agreement assigning the lease between the Airport Trust and Sung Yo Kim for the operation of the restaurant at the Wiley Post Terminal Building to Runway Cafe, LLC. Items E, F, and G are assignment and assumption use guarantees for the sale of T-hanger units at Wiley Post Airport from one party to another as provided by the lease agreement with PWA Incorporated. Item H is to approve supplement agreement number 2 with Aeronautical Radio Incorporated. They're removing some equipment from one of their equipment locations at Will Rogers. And item I is to approve a ground services agreement with Rick's Transpo LLC to begin a limousine service through March 31st of 2013 for 1 vehicle. Item J is approving ground services agreements with 3 hotels for ground transportation services at Will Rogers World Airport. That's all the items under leases, Mr. Chairman.
Okay. We have a motion? Second. Record your votes. It's approved unanimously. Item 8, requisitions.
Request approval.
Move it.
And that's approved unanimously. Do we have any comments by the trustees? Any comments from staff? Mark, if you would relay to your accounting staff our congratulations on that report. You know, we don't want to take excellence for granted, so
not at all.
We appreciate it.
20 years, that's a career.
That's quite an accomplishment.
Thank
we
you.
appreciate it.
We'll do that.
Are there any citizens who'd like to address the trust? Seeing none.